Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to you, little rooster. Cock-a-doodle-doo.
Welcome back, NHS. Let's get into it.
Hey, seniors, if you plan to keep your IEL, we have new IEL deadline dates for you. The first deadline is Wednesday, January 16th, followed by Friday, February 1st, Friday, March 1st, Friday, April 12th, and Friday, May 17th. Check Moodle for specifics on any requirements, and if you have any questions, see Mrs. Steele or Mrs. G.
It's time for another Best Friends Forever party, Tuesday, January 15th from 6 to 7:30 p.m. There will be a meeting at White River Christian Church to celebrate the Chinese New Year. They will have Chinese food, and they will be playing bingo and making fun hats. Make sure you don't miss out on this great event.
Have you ever wanted to speak Chinese? Now is your chance. They will be having an informational meeting for any student interested in signing up for the new course Chinese 1 next year at the FC. The meeting is January 15th at 1:35 in room 311. Please see Mrs. Schuler in Student Services for a pass. At the MC, the meeting is January 22nd at 1:35 in room 215. Go see Mr. Slane for a pass at the MC.
There will be a new student group meeting today at 1:35 in the LGI room. If you're new to Noblesville, come meet new people, learn some valuable information, and have fun. If you have any questions, please see Ms. Cummins in the Student Services.
Get a pass from Mr. Kinley today before AL for the Croquet Writing Club. All you writers and poets better be in room 104 today in AL for a surprise announcement about a live reading opportunity.
Congratulations to Taylor Emery and Joe Overton for winning the Miller Way Red Ticket drawing. You have won a $25 gift card to Applebee's or Chili's. The Red Ticket program recognizes students at the freshman campus who follow the Miller Way and go above expectations.
Recycling Club members, you will be having a mandatory meeting in room 232 on Tuesday, January 15th. You will be discussing procedures and assignments with Mr. Gunderson, and if you would happen to have any questions, see him.
That was pretty good for a first day run.
We took it slow and steady.
Like Akers always says, slow and steady always wins the race.
OMG, LOL, holla, see you NHS. Now it's birthdays, lunches, and sports.
'Cause the boys are back in town. The boys are back in town. Oh yeah.
NHS, what's up? Guess who's back and better than ever? The A-team.
Hope everyone kept it 50 AF over break.
You already know I did it all for Sosa. Hope you did too.
Let's get it popping.
Your Miller Wrestlers continue to have a great season this year. The varsity squad demolished Pike on Tuesday at home by a score of 69-6. Even Desmond showed up. This JV squad traveled to Zionsville Tuesday night to compete against them, Westfield, and Brownsburg. Although lacking a full team, the Millers wrestled very well, winning 20 of their 27 matches, mostly just because Coach Smith did his thing, like usual.
The varsity gymnastics team is 1-0 on the season after a win against Western High School. Constant Chinesis finished first on the vault, bars, and floor. Catherine Chinesis finished first on the beam and second on everything else. Catherine also finished first overall in the meet. Good job, gymnasts.
There will be a student versus faculty dodgeball game on January 17th at 1:35. Tickets will be sold for $1 during lunch. They can also be bought from Mrs. Conti, Mrs. Malum, Mr. Pogue, Mrs. Pasa, Mr. Stewart, Ellie Ramey, or Stephanie Ramsey.
Hey, all you junior and senior studs. Pick up your Mr. Noblesville application in the main office. Don't delay because they are due January 18th along with a $5 non-refundable deposit. To participate, you must have a GPA of 2.5 or higher. January 22nd during AL is the first mandatory meeting, followed by talent tryouts on February 5th during AL and after school. And finally, a mandatory dress rehearsal starts after school on February 20th. Let's go.
Listen up, all Miller athletes. The following call-outs for boys sports are approaching. Boys golf will have a meeting Thursday, the 17th in room 615 at 3 o'clock. Lastly, the boys track team will begin conditioning Monday 14th.
Boys track conditioning has begun. All trackers interested in competing in track should plan to attend the conditioning practice. Sprinters, jumpers, throwers, and distance runners should plan to attend practice on Monday, January 14th. Practices are Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Also, all y'all girls tennis players, what's up, Meg? There's a call-up meeting today in the lobby of the main gym at the main campus. The meeting will start at 1:35. You can get passes from Mr. Robbins in room 222 at the main campus. Freshies can pick up their passes in the FC main office.
Hey, if you're going to be at the game tonight, then you're getting a little extra treat because the Noblesville dance team come early to see the JV team during the JV halftime and stay late to cheer on the varsity dance team during the varsity halftime.
I know you guys missed us and we missed you too, but no worries, we are not going anywhere. Clay Bear swear.
It's been real, it's been fun. It's been real fun, NHS.
And there's also have been some changes to IAL, and here's Mr. McCafferty to explain all the changes.
Hello students, this is Mr. McCaffrey, Assistant Principal down in Student Services. Just want to talk to you guys real quick about a couple of things. One is about Academic Lab and the other will be just some school safety reminders. First is an Academic Lab. We are updating a little bit on our procedures and wanted to fill you guys in on it. They're not really updates as much as making sure we're doing the right things. Some of the issues we have to be resolved during AL is we have some students, and again not all students, some students who sign out of AL but never actually get to their designated area. So other students taking an inappropriate amount of time to get to their destination. Some students not going back to their AL at the end of the day. And students not filling out sign-out sheets in an appropriate manner. And so what we want to talk about first is that in the AL, that request to see a teacher, that an AL pass can only be created by a requesting teacher. Your AL teachers will not write a pass for you to go see another teacher, nor will they call that teacher's room to request that you can attend. So if you want to go see a teacher, you need to get a pass from them prior to that AL day. We will be using new AL passes. We'll show you an example here in a minute, but they are bright orange passes. If you're traveling to other areas during AL, we told teachers not to let people move around a lot during AL, but if we have students that need to travel during AL, like to their locker, to the bathroom, to guidance, to the nurse, for whatever purposes, to use the regular green passes for that. Sign-out sheets, we need students to be better at filling out the sign-out sheets. We need to make sure the sign-out sheet is legible and that a teacher can easily read all the information. Please make sure you fill out all the information, including the date, time, your name, written or printed, whatever is legible, destination, teacher, where you're going, what time you get there, and then what time you get back. All that information is important. Here's our new pass, what it'll look like for AL. The only difference is it'll be orange. A couple things. The passes have 7-minute maximums. And what that means is that from the time that you leave a room, you have 7 minutes to get to your new room, which is the time of the passing period. If you're stopped in the hallway and you've exceeded your 7-minute timeline, or if a teacher sees that you've exceeded your 7-minute timeline, they will be write a disciplinary referral for you. The requesting teacher will put the date, your name, their name, and where they're going. The AL teacher will write down what time you left AL and sign it. The teacher that you're going to will write down what time you got there and sign it. If this difference here is more than 7 minutes, that's a problem. And so there'll be some disciplinary consequences for that. Same thing when you go back to your AL, the teacher will write down the date or the time and sign their name. Your AL teacher will write down the time and their name. If there's more than 7 minutes between these two, again, there'll be some situations there. Students with invalid passes are subject to disciplinary action, and all students must return to AL by 2:30. So you need to at least leave your room by 2:30. You need to take this pass back to your AL teacher and give it to them as proof that you traveled appropriately. If you don't bring that pass back, there will be some investigation that occurs about your whereabouts. So please make sure that you use this pass. If you belong to a club or a special group like the recycling club or something, your movement will be handled differently. This is only for people going to a certain teacher at a certain time. So again, return your AL by 2:30. You need to at least leave your destination room by 2:30, be back by 2:35. Your AL teacher will collect the passes and they will check out to make sure you're where you're supposed to be. As far as school safety, just some reminders we like to do. We've done a really good job with our safety drills. There's a couple things we want you to remember, and we call it the Big Four, some of the most important things in safety procedures. One is do not open locked doors for others. Now, we're asking you to go against everything you've been taught, which is to be nice, respectful, and to help others. In this case, we do not want you to go help anyone else if someone's pounding on a locked door, whether you can see who it is or not. So please do not open any locked doors for anyone. If someone's yelling at you at the door, tell them to go to door 16. If someone persistently knocks on the door and will not move to door 16, please go get the closest adult. So that's very, very important. That's safety procedure 1. 2 is during emergency situations or drills, move quickly and quietly and listen to directions from faculty and staff. That's very important. If you do that, we're going to be in good shape. Number 3, think and don't panic, which tends to happen sometimes during emergency situations. For example, what would you do if your primary fire exit was blocked? What would you do if you saw smoke in the hallway in the direction of your primary fire exit? What would you do? Hopefully your answer would be you go to your secondary exit, and hopefully you know where that's at. Number 4, and this is a tough one, and I get it, stay off your cell phone during emergency situations. I have 2 kids of my own. I completely understand the need to want to call your parents and tell them you're okay. But here's why we want you to stay off your phones. Number 1, we need you to listen for instructions. So if we're telling you to go a different direction than you normally go and you're on your phone and you miss that, you could get injured. We don't want incorrect information being sent out, which tends to happen early in situations. But number 3, letter C, the absolute most important. Cell phone towers can only take a certain amount of traffic. If 1,500 to 2,000 people get on their phones at one time, it will essentially shut down the cell phone tower. And not only are you preventing yourself from calling, but you're preventing us and emergency services, people from communicating with each other. And that's important. So please stay off your phones during emergency situations. Well, that's all I had for you guys today. I appreciate your time. If you have any questions, please let us know. Thanks.